Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So as you saw by the thumbnail and title, I'm going to be doing a green and pink Grinch nail set today. And yes, this is going to be my last Christmas themed design. I just wanted to do a little bit after Christmas because I haven't really been doing as many as I wanted to. So I just kind of wanted to just do them while it's still December, but of course I'm not gonna take Christmas into the next year. So yeah, this is going to be my last holiday Christmas nail design, and as you can see, I'm just gonna jump right into today's set. I've already applied my nails. These nails are the 3XL square non-C curve from Kairose, and I like these a lot. They're really long and you don't really have to do a lot of shaping. I only cut down like the numbers off the tips, and that's basically all I did. I did apply a little bit of like clear acrylic over where I glued them on because I do have my peel off base, and since these nails are long, I wanted to give them a little bit of extra strength so when I go to file they don't easily pop off. And then starting on my pinky, as you can see, I went ahead and took some green cat eye gel from bombnails and just did a little bit of like some cat eye design on that one on the tip of it. And once I got it to how I liked, I didn't do like the little S shape like the cat eye design I always do. I just did a little bit of something so it like shines and like shifts in different angles. And I went ahead and cured that for 30 seconds. Then taking some green gel polish from Kairose. I think in this video those are going to be like the only two brands I use, or majority of them. Just like in my last video, I said like these have really been like my top two recently, and they give me like similar vibes, like really great quality. The packaging even looks similar in a way, so I definitely love both of these brands, and I do have a discount code if you want to purchase something from them. I will leave the affiliate link, the direct link down below for you to have access to all of their products. But yeah, taking that green gel polish, I'm just doing a peppermint swirl on it. I think I did see something similar to this design on Pinterest, and I didn't really remember how it went, so I just kind of did what I could from memory, and that's what I end up doing. Just some cat eye design underneath it and a peppermint swirl on top. Once I cure on that, I'm going to be taking this nude here from Kairose and just ombreing that down over this design. The quality of this acrylic is really nice. It polymerizes very nicely. It's super buttery and it's easy to like blend down. I feel like I don't really have a lot of problems when it comes to these acrylics because they are just very beginner friendly and like they're very easy to work with. The pigment in them are very great. I don't have problems with them like yellowing or like the pigment is just like spotchy. I never really have that problem unless I'm working with it in like really thin beads, or I like thin it out too much, but again that's like obviously what I'm doing to it. But as far as like the entire quality of these powders, they are very nice. So if you are looking for some new affordable, very beginner friendly acrylics, definitely check them out. Again, that's Kairose. Now moving on to my next nail, I am just gonna do two full coverages of these because these are the two nails I'm gonna be applying the Grinch transfer stickers to. I was gonna try to do like a hand-drawn Grinch design, but honestly I didn't want to take on that challenge today. I just kind of wanted to like do something, and then I remember I had those and I had the perfect two for it, so I think everything ended up just working out really nice with this design. Yeah, for the next two nails I'm just gonna do full coverage using this nude here. I think it's called like peachy nude, I forgot, but it's such a nice color. Also, one of the things I wanted to point out though with this acrylic is that in the jar it looks more like tannish, like it's gonna be like a regular nude, but now with it on my nail, like with the monomer mixing to it, it kind of gives like a like a light pinkish, like a milky pink in a way. So yeah, that can be a little bit deceiving, so that's why it's always good to like swatch your powders and acrylics to like, so you can actually see what they look like, because sometimes they'll look different in a jar and then once you go to apply it, it just looks totally different. And I wasn't expecting that to be in this acrylic, but I mean, I did like the color because obviously I swatched them before and I already had like what the swatch looked like. So I just knew this was like the shade I wanted for the base, because I wanted that pink to kind of like tie into it. Just like a little subtle pink in the background. But yeah, I'm just gonna do 2 full coverages on this, even though I said it like 3 times, but yeah. I'll just let you guys watch this part play out. Oh yeah, and also I'm gonna be doing my index just how I did my pinky, but I'll speed that process through because we already seen it on my pinky nail. I'm gonna do to these nails are start to encapsulate. I haven't done my thumb yet because I am gonna start recording my thumbs off camera for reels how I used to, just to have that content for TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube shorts. So I'm saving that one to do off camera. But the next thing I'm gonna end up showing you guys is how I encapsulate. Just taking, well, when I encapsulate now, I really start to try to do like bigger beads because I feel like that just ends up working a lot better for me. Because for one, whenever I have like a small bead, I don't feel like I'm making any progress, and I just keep having to like go over it with like really small beads, and then I brush it down and it doesn't look any thicker. So lately I have been trying to work with like bigger beads, and I try to get a little bit more monomer out the brush, or I just wait for it to like polymerize just a little bit more. Because when I work with like drier beads, essentially like you'll see it happen, of course, like when I first start to encapsulate, the first bead I place on the nail, on the brush it isn't really like that wet, so once I place it on the nail it kind of like sits there in place a little bit. And then if I want to add more monomer to it, so I'm able to like drag it down the nail, I do dip my brush back into the monomer, and then that's how I like gradually add it where I want it and how much I need. But essentially I don't want to go in with a huge bead of wet acrylic because it's just gonna be like running everywhere, and I'm just gonna end up having to like chase it all over my nail and wiping all of it off, and that's just not gonna be like, you know, it's just gonna be pointless. So yeah, that's how I've been trying to encapsulate recently. I tried to do like 1 or 2 beads, maybe even 3 if I have to like even some levels out. But yeah, I'm just gonna show 2 nails of the encapsulation, by the way, and then also I'm gonna shape, file, and buff off camera, and then we'll get back to finishing off the nail art for it. So here's after I've finished encapsulating. I waited for the nails to dry. I shape, file, and buff off camera, and this is what the base of my nails are looking like. I really do like this base, but then also I did my thumb off camera, and this is how it looks. So I feel like this nail is so cute. I really like how bright the colors are. But it did kind of conflict me a little bit because I just felt like the greens didn't really match. But for this sticker, like the green, like the gel polish I used, the reflective gels from Makartt, they are so gorgeous underneath, and I just felt like it matched so well with it. So at this point I was kind of having conflicted ideas. I did really like the designs on the other 2 nails, the peppermint swirl with the cat eye underneath, but I don't know, I just wasn't sure, and I didn't want to just act off that moment, so I am gonna continue and just see how well I like the design. But in the end I will end up switching it up and trying something different, so you will see. But until we get to that point, I'm gonna be using these transfer stickers from 𝚙𝚘𝚘𝚍𝚑. I forgot how to pronounce the name. I haven't used these in a while, but I have a ton of them from this website. These are very easy to use and very convenient if you can't do a lot of like intricate nail art. Just how I said I was gonna do like some Grinch nail art, but I was like, I'm not sure I'm up for that task today, so I'm just gonna use these instead. So I went ahead and used one on my thumb. As you can see, it says Merry Grinchmas, and then I'm gonna be taking 2 more, the one where he's holding the ornament and just the regular Grinch face. And I just went ahead and cut those out the same way you would do with like regular transfer foils. And the key to this, well, the way I like to do it is I like to really like cut around it, so it's like not a lot of like extra pieces on the side. I think that just gives me like the best application. So once I got the two ones I'm gonna use cut, the first thing I'm gonna do is peel the sticker from the white backing. And peeling it up is very easy, but you still want to be careful because you don't want the design to like come off from underneath it, because this is just not what we're going to put on the nail. We also have to peel the clear film from on top of the stickers. So technically the design we want is in between the clear topping and the white paper. So that's how we transfer it on. You do just want to have a clean, nice, buff surface and just place it wherever you want on the nail. You do want to be careful before you place it though, because sometimes once it hits the nail it kind of like comes off and it may not be exactly where you want it, so you have to be careful with the placement. Make sure it is exactly where you want it and then go ahead and like fully rub that down. The way I rubbed it down, I did start with my hand at first, and then I wanted to make sure it really transferred, so I did use the back of my tweezers, that little rubber piece, and just make sure I just pressed it into the nail. And once I feel like it has completely transferred, I just go ahead and start peeling up that plastic, and then we're left with the design on the nail. If it doesn't come off all the way, just like you would with like regular like transfer foils, you just want to press it back down, rub it in some more, and then try to peel it up easy until the whole design transfers. I just like with this one though, you don't need like all of the gel glue. Like you don't have to put the transfer glue under it. All you need is a clean surface, and that's so much more convenient. I feel like these also have better quality because they are very like bright, and sometimes transfer like foils, they aren't as bright. Sometimes they do look a little bit dull after using it. Sometimes like after curing on that transfer gel, the nail like turns like it gets kind of burnt from the curing, especially if you're doing like clear or white, milky white nails, like light nails. So yeah, I just really like these. I do have a lot of different like themes and like television shows and seasons and stuff like that. So I definitely do want to try to use these more. But yeah, that's basically how I transfer these to my nails. After I did press the Grinch face down, I just went ahead and peel up that clear plastic on top, and then that's how it is. I think these look so good so far. Just to tie in a little bit more nail art to this nail, I'm going to be adding that pink gel polish, that reflective pink I use on my thumb, and I'm just going to do some swirls around on the nail. I kind of envisioned this to be like little like Christmas lights too, but also just like a nail filler because I didn't really know like what else to add to it. So I did end up liking this. It was definitely fun in a way. It kind of gave Grinch vibes because he is not serious at all, so it was just more like playful, like, you know. So I did end up really liking this. And then also after I do these pink swirls, I'm gonna take that green I used for the other side of that split nail on my thumb, and I'm gonna just add some dots in random spots just so I can add a little bit more of that green back to it. And then I'm gonna cure it, and then I'm gonna do the same thing to the other Grinch nail. So now that we got those cured, the way I wanted to add the pink back into this is I'm going to be adding some pink rhinestones and just do like a border like right below where the ombre is. I also kind of felt like it did look like a stocking, like the top of a stocking, the design like people are doing where they do the 3D stocking and it's like stuff sticking out the top. Not exactly, but it kind of gave me that vibe. So that's just what I end up doing, and I think it did look good. I don't know, I think the design wasn't as bad. I just didn't feel like the colors match as well as I wanted to, and that's what kind of like threw it off for me. If I didn't include the thumb with this first set, I would still say it looks good, but again, the greens just didn't match to me, so you'll see how I end up like changing it, or you'll see what's next after this. But I just add on my top coat to this entire nail and then add on 2 lines of rhinestones that matches the pink, and then I'm going to give that a cure. After I add them to my pinky nail as well, I'm just going to top coat the rest of them, and then I'll be back to show you guys the finished set. If you have been enjoying today's video so far, you can let me know by leaving a like, subscribe if you haven't already, or just leave a simple comment down below. Like I always say, anything you do to interact with my channel helps me out a lot, and I am super appreciative. And so after I finished rubbing on the cuticle oil to re-nourish my cuticles, this is what the finished set looks like. And I really like this design. I think the peppermint swirls kind of gives a little bit more of like the Grinch personality. Like, I don't know, I just feel like the lines and like the craziness, like the swirls, it just kind of gives Grinch to me. I think it made the design flow a little bit like more smoother, where it wasn't like too fun, but it wasn't like too serious either. It was just like, you know, I did love the way I was able to add that pink back into it using those rhinestones on those 2 nails. So yeah, overall I really do like this design, but like I kept saying, for me it was just that the greens didn't match. So I am gonna take those nails off and I'm gonna redo them, and I want you guys to let me know which one you like best, because like I said, I wasn't like too hard on myself with it, but I did just want to see like another variation of this nail. Yeah, I'm gonna take those 2 nails off, my index and my pinky, and just redo them, but I am gonna speed that process up. So in a few seconds you will see me start that process where I take those nails off. Again, I do have a peel off base, so the popping it off did not hurt at all. That's literally the point. So yeah, I'm gonna just redo those nails and I'll end up just letting that play out. How I did it is I took those gel polishes from a cart and I just did a split nail, curing that on and then encapsulating. And the way I'm going to add the rhinestones back into it is I'm just going to add some pink and green rhinestones going down the center of it. Yeah, I'm just going to let the rest of this play out because it's pretty straightforward for the most part. And it's just 2 nails that I'm fixing or redoing, so it's not like a full process. So yeah, I'll just let you guys watch this process play out. And again, if you have been enjoying today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll be back once I finish. So yeah, after all of that process has played out, I'm now adding on the rhinestones to finish this off. And then once I rub in the cuticle oil to finish renourishing my cuticles, this is what the second finished set looks like. I don't think I've ever done this before where I actually like popped it off and like changed 2 nails in one video. So this was very different. I hope you guys actually enjoyed like seeing me change it. But I do want your feedback to know which nails you like the best. But my opinions on these is I think these are very colorful, very bright, very fun. They were a lot easier to do as well. Like not much work went into these, but I do like them better because I think they flow a little bit better. But again, I don't know, I just really like that peppermint swirl on the first one, so that's why I was kind of torn, and I can't really pick like which ones I like the best because on the other ones the peppermint design just looks so much better to me, but the colors on these just match a lot more, so it makes the nail set flow. So yeah, I'm just torn still. I don't know which one I like the best, but yeah, I definitely enjoyed like having you guys here for like seeing how I end up changing it and the process of both of those nail sets. If you guys could let me know down below in the comments which ones you like the best or like your thoughts and opinions on them, I would definitely like to hear it. But yeah, let me know which ones you like the best. Let me know how you like the overall nail sets and the process of the video. Thank you guys for being here because you definitely did not have to. And yeah, that concludes today's video. All of the products will be linked down below for you to check out along with my discount codes as always. And that's it. So yeah, let me know what you like about today's set. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.